I'm trying to get this message out and little things keep happening. I just came in from the kitchen and I closed the door. I've recorded a few times and it just wasn't sitting right. And then I heard something in the kitchen. There's like this energy of being on alert. I think that somebody wants you on their toes. Somebody wants you on your toes a little bit. I feel like this is kind of a part 2 to what I posted the other day, the setting you up for failure thing. Survivor, trickster, lion, which keeps coming out. We've had the lion animal spirit card come out 2 days in a row, or 2 lives in a row, right? So 2 days in a row. And then sage. At the bottom of the deck is innocent. This is someone who like has a story. They have a story. And it's one that would paint them to be a survivor of sorts. But I think that they use their story to kind of lift them up on high, is what I'm hearing. It lifts them up. It raises them up in a way that is very convenient. They might need people to see them as this like sage figure. And the innocent card is kind of how they might play dumb or kind of use stories or trauma, things that people know, in a way that makes it appear that they wouldn't know any better. And what's interesting is like I'm saying that here, and I'm remembering in that last reading, I'm going to make this a part 2, that I said that they seemed well-intended. They might not seem well-intended. They might not actually be well-intended. They might seem well-intended. They might not actually be well-intended. The trickster here especially is making it seem like, now this person knows exactly what they're doing. And the trickster also, alongside the survivor, makes me really sad, because one of the things that came up in that reading was just this acknowledgement of this person's story, that you have a survival mechanism in place that's active right now. The King of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles just fell out of the deck. Someone who has a lot to protect. That's a lot of masculine energy as well, that this person is putting forward. 6 of Pentacles and 10 of Swords. I think that I heard worry as I was saying that. So like worry about exchange, balance of exchange. They're worried about not getting what they deserve in a situation. And so they're kind of playing like snake in the grass type of thing. I feel like your guides, whoever I'm channeling for here, your guides are asking you to be as objective as possible here, because this person, if you're assuming good intentions, this person might not actually have good, and like, please take it from me, like I'm someone who knows so well what it means to assume that people have good intentions and to be shown otherwise. So this person, it's not that you are assuming that they don't have good intentions. It's not that you're seeing them for anything else. You know, assume the best, but do not treat them different than you would anyone else. And do not let them put themselves before you. Do not think that they are special for any reason. Don't do that to anyone, right? And this isn't like a trust no one situation. No. This is you've been through enough and you don't need any more. This is you just upholding boundaries and going off of what you've learned, right? Or moving from me, the cautionary whale here. That's a Juno reference. If you know, you know. We have the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is just, again, like kind of this feeling that, if something is being extended, it's like you have the cup in front of you and then the sword behind your back. They're expecting that. And so maybe to get ahead of it, they themselves are doing it. Be careful. Let's get a little bit more about who this person is to you. Who is this person to collective? 8 of Pentacles, Strength. Wow, so much Lion energy. Okay, 8 of Pentacles, Strength, the 2 of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse with the 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So Leo could be very, very significant. It does not necessarily have to be. It could just be a symbol of loyalty. This is something that came out also in part 1. This idea of loyalty being important to this person, them operating under, I'm getting so many chills, operating under the influence of someone else. And so it doesn't necessarily mean that they're operating under the direction. I want to make this clear. Operating under the influence does not mean operating under the direction. Loyalty could just be, I mean, it could be misplaced here, right? They're doing something on, you know, on behalf of another person, not because that other person is saying like, hey, I need you to do this, but because they want to stay in proximity to that person or that establishment or that thing, right? That family. They want to stay in proximity. Okay. So again, Leo energy could be very significant here. We also have Libra with Justice in the middle of the deck. The Devil is under the Justice card. Wow. And the Star, hang on, I'm going to keep going. 10 of Cups, the Sun, Queen of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. I'm being told to stop there. Okay. Hold on. So I did say something in the last reading about how this person is really focused on operating under a facade as to achieve this, right? So the Queen of Swords here makes a lot of sense. You're only seeing part of her face, right? You're only seeing her profile. It's a facade. The Star, Justice, and the Devil is kind of giving this idea of, I mean, and here we have this bit about exchange with this 6 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords, right? The Justice and the Devil and the Star is still kind of giving that idea of like cup out front, knife behind the back type of thing. I feel like this person works really hard to make it seem like they have it all. This really does feel like Leo energy. It really doesn't have to be, like truly it doesn't have to be, but Leo loves to be the star of the show. And so if you have someone in your life who has prominent Leo placements, you're looking at someone who like, maybe they feel threatened. And so you have, yeah, someone who might be very upset about feeling threatened. This is very telling. This is very telling. Let's get guidance for you. How can you handle this? What else do you need to know? What is your guidance going forward? So we have noise, understanding that this person might be, I said in that last video, laying traps. Laying traps. Open, listen through the noise. Noise, open, growth, unknown, child, fear. Listen and work at the bottom here, poking out here very purposefully. Okay, so this person really could, I mean, it could be a coworker, it could be someone that you work alongside or collaborate with in family. I mean, it could be anything. Work encompasses a lot of things. Your guidance here is to really pay attention to the amount of compassion that you're showing, kind of in relationship to the amount of leeway you're giving this person. Do not allow your compassion to create permission. We don't do that. We don't do that. Compassion does not equal permission. I think that this person does not want to see you grow. I think this person wants to see you small, like the child card here. I think that they want to see you in this place. They're fearing your growth, right? Fear and growth. They literally want you to stay where you're at. Noise, open, unknown, listen. Okay, there are things that you're not hearing because they're creating noise. They're creating problems. Be wiser than that. Chess. Play chess. Okay. Yes.